Sweet. Share screen. All right, how's that look? Everybody can see that okay?
Woohoo!
Awesome.
I just got excited seeing all this.
All right, Teresa, take it away.
Well, welcome all of you tonight. I'm so glad that you're all here. I appreciate you all taking the time out of your busy schedule just to get connected with us tonight. I wanted to take a few moments just to kind of introduce myself, just to kind of let you know a little bit about me. I have been with Beachbody this is going on my 3rd year. Just a little bit in my background, I've always been very, very passionate about health, fitness, helping people just live a more healthy, fulfilling lifestyle. I actually came across Beachbody in a really, really funny way. At the time, I had just graduated from college, and I was kind of in that job where I was like, oh my gosh, I am so miserable. What is going on? This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And it was just one of those moments in my life where I was like, I know there's more out there. I know that there's something better out there for me. I know that I was put in this world for a reason, to add value to people's lives, to live with purpose and passion. And it was one of those moments where I was just like, I have got to find that thing that just fits me. And I'm a very, very strong believer that if you pray and you pray, God will truly meet you halfway. So it was one of those moments where I was actually on a lunch break one day at Whole Foods, and I was trying hemp seeds. And, you know, they have all those little samples out and everything. Well, lo and behold, this man walks up, and he is wearing a big old P90X shirt on. He has his 2 little children with him, and he's just smiling as can be, and just, you know, life just looks amazing. I don't even know who this man is, but he has this energy just exuding from him. He's just happy. He's confident. It's just, I didn't even know who he was. So I was just like, I want to know who this man is. And so he's coming up and he's trying the samples with me, and we just start getting talking. And I don't know if I had like the stamp across me on my forehead saying, please talk to me, I'm miserable, but he took the time to talk to me, and we just started conversation and just talking about just life in general. And I was like, so I've seen that P90X before on TV, like, have you done it? And he said it in the most nonchalant way. He's like, yeah, I lost 90 pounds. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, seriously. I was like, wait, you got to like, hold up. Tell me, like, what do you mean? Like at that time, I was just fascinated by like watching transformation stories with health and fitness. So hearing this guy telling me, like, if you could imagine the Mr. Clean guy on TV, that is how he looked. Super ripped, fit, and just the whole, like, literally, I wasn't surprised if he pulled out some type of like the cleaning soap being like, hey, can I clean your house? He looked just like the guy on TV. So I'm like, he's telling me his story. He's telling me he lost 90 pounds, that he was pre-diabetic. He was high blood pressure. He was on all this pre-diabetic medication. He was severely overweight. And his doctor was like, you have got to do something. So he's telling me this at Whole Foods, right? And the conversation was probably a 20-minute conversation. At the end, he told me, and guess what? The coolest thing is now I actually get paid to help people live healthier, more fulfilling lives like I do. The person that helped me, that truly saved my life, I'm now actually able to pay it forward and help people that I love and I care about. I actually am making over 6 figures now doing it. So it was kind of the little like jaw drop moment where I was like, okay, this is just too weird. You doing everything that I want to do, and you're basically telling me that you're able to do this as a lifestyle? I was like, no way. So I literally was like begging him. I was like, can we meet up? Can we just talk, please? Like, I want to get to know your story more. So we met up, we sat down at Starbucks. I kind of told him a little bit about where I was, and that I just, again, I'm that girl where I want to live with purpose and passion, and I want to feel like I wake up every day doing something meaningful, where at the end of the day, if I got in a car wreck, there was someone that said, wow, that girl literally made an impact in my life. She helped me. She made me a better person. And at the moment in my life, I was not feeling like that, and I knew there was something better out there. So when I was sitting down and talking to him, I was just like literally almost wanting to cry, because I was like, thank you, God. I don't even know how I'm about to do this, but I just know in my heart there's a burning desire that whatever this man is doing, I know that this is going to be for me. So I literally begged him. I was like, how do I start this? How do I sign up? How do I just start doing what you're doing? Like, I'm eager. I want to learn. So he basically took me underneath his wing. He told me I'm going to give you the tools to succeed, and it's up to you to apply them, to use them, to follow me, to show up and learn and be a student and just soak it all in. And that is what I did. The past 3 years, I have traveled around the United States. I have been investing in myself to be the leader that I want to be, to rise up and be a better person, to be happy, to feel fulfilled. Do you see a little smiley face over there? That literally, that's me. Like, it was one of those moments where I was like, I feel like I'm starting to put myself in that driver's seat where I'm really going to start living in that direction in my life where I want to live. I've always wanted to be my own boss. I've always wanted to have my own schedule. I've always wanted that opportunity where I didn't feel like there was any type of limit in terms of financial opportunity. I didn't want to feel like I was ever limited. And knowing that I could make as much money as I want as possible here, help as many people as I wanted to, it was just that dream come true, all in my hands. So kind of fast forward, I hustled up and I said, okay, I'm going to do this. This is me. I'm going to make this work. And 9 months into it, I was able actually to leave the full-time job that I was at, that I was miserable at, a 7:30 to 5:30 corporate job. And I was able to be a full-time Beachbody coach. Has it taken sacrifice? Yes. Has there been long hours? Yes. Has there been moments where I just wanted to cry? Yes. But has it been the most rewarding experience in my life? Yes. Because now I wake up every single day and there is at least 1 or 2 messages in my inbox of some type of gratitude that someone is telling me, thank you for taking a chance on me. Thank you. Because of you, I'm able to now pay off my car note from last month. I'm able to have this vacation here with my family because we have a little extra money saved aside. Thank you so much for giving me that confidence that now I actually fit into my size 4 dress that I had before my 2 babies. I mean, guys, it is the most rewarding experience to know that you're truly making a difference in someone's life. And on top of that, knowing that you can literally achieve whatever financial goal that you have in your life. So it's one of those moments where I want to kind of take this time to kind of switch it over to my coach, Daryl, because I want you to hear about where he comes from, where his whole background is, how he's able to live and lead this life that he has for his family truly by design. So I'm going to go ahead and let you take it from here, Daryl.
Hey, thank you so much. And Teresa, and for those of you who don't know Teresa, she is an absolute rock star. And it was no accident we met that day at Whole Foods. It was by design. And I believe in life by design. And I believe that if you set your intentions and you ask for certain things, that they will come to you. And so that's kind of what happened that day was, my goal was to meet people who had the same passion that I had. But to understand that, you kind of have to back up. And you heard some of my story. And actually, it goes back to 2006. In 2006, I was a wreck, basically. I weighed 274. I had high cholesterol. I had high blood pressure. I was borderline diabetic. And, I knew that medication was a route I did not want to go on. And my wife, actually, Tracy, had ordered a program off of the infomercial 2 years earlier called Slim and Six. And when she's ordering it and she told me about it, I actually kind of laughed. I said, those don't work, and made fun of it. But here I was at this point, 2 years later in 2006, and I had to do something. And we were broke. I couldn't afford a trainer. I couldn't afford a gym. So I did that. I did that program at home, and I didn't tell a soul. And I lost 27 pounds in the first 6 weeks. And I kept doing that. And by Thanksgiving, which is about 3 months into it, I lost, I think, 40 pounds. And that's when I finally confessed I was doing Slim and Six. And I went to the website for Beachbody, and I found P90X. And I thought, hey, you know what? That looks like a hard workout program. It's kind of a manly thing. I could do that. And so I ordered it. And I did that, and actually ended up, losing 94 pounds total, 7 months, and totally changed my life. And the big part of that for me is my doctor told me at my next checkup that if I had not changed my lifestyle, I would probably be dead by 45 years old of a heart attack. Well, I'm 45 and I'm in probably the best health of my life. And my doctor told me at that visit that I probably gave myself a good 40 years, maybe more. That's 40 years of good life with my family and with my loved ones, and 40 years to make a difference. And that's absolutely priceless, and that's where that passion comes from. So, our desire is to help people to achieve their goals and to live and enjoy a life that is healthy and fulfilling and all that it should be. So, when I found out a few months later that there was a business side to this, and I didn't know what that was. I didn't. I was actually on a message board thread, which is very similar to our challenge groups now, and you'll hear about those later. But it was like a support group. And I'm in this group, and one of the leaders of the group, Charlene Booker, who's my coach and just an amazing friend and mentor, saw my before and after, and she reached out to me and she said, well, why aren't you a coach? And I'm like, I don't even know what a coach is. What is a coach? And kind of like, I'm sure some of you on this call now, like, what's a coach? And she said, well, so do you ever share your story? Do you ever talk about your transformation? I said, oh, all the time. She said, do people ever ask you about that? I said, oh, yeah. And she said, well, so do you ever help them? I said, oh, yeah. I tell them to go to Beachbody and to order this and do this, and I'll help them with that. And she's like, okay, that's a coach. The difference is you're not getting paid for it. I went, well, let's fix that. And again, I had no desire. I mean, I had no big grand dream of what this could become. My initial thought was if I made enough to just cover what I was buying, my own supplements, and I get a discount, that'd be great. And now here I am. It's been 8 years. 8 years? Wow. 8.5 years, actually. And it has given us a level of life I could never have dreamed of. I am a combined 8-star diamond coach, an elite coach in 2010. I actually was featured in an infomercial for P90X. So, those things I made fun of, I actually was part of. My most important role is that of a husband to my wife, Tracy, father of 4 kids. You see them there in the picture. And I was a deputy sheriff before that. Again, when I started this business, my wife and I worked opposite shifts. I was a deputy. She was a nurse. My schedule was 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Hers was 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we just never saw each other. And we were still broke. And now we have freedom. We're both at home full-time with our kids. We love to travel. We can take our kids with us. So that picture up there is from the cruise last year. And our kids went with us on the cruise, and Beachbody paid for the whole thing. And, how cool is that? So that's a little bit about me, just so you can understand where I'm coming from and what this is about and why we are so passionate about Beachbody and about helping others and about coaching. So, let's go. There we go. So Team Beachbody is actually pretty new. Before Team Beachbody, there was just Beachbody. And it was founded in 1998 by Carl Deichler and John Congdon. And you see them there on the beach in Santa Monica. And, their idea was to create these at-home fitness programs and sell them on infomercials. So they did that. And they launched their first ones in 99. That was the thin thighs and great abs guaranteed. And Tony Horton's actually in great abs guaranteed. It's pretty cool. And they followed that with Power 90, Slim and 6, P90X, who I'm sure everyone's heard of. More programs. Turbo Jam was launched in 2006. Then in 2000, about that time, they started kind of having pressure to go into retail markets. But what they realized as they looked around at the company and looked at their customers who were back then on message boards, supporting each other, talking about the products, they realized it would be much, much, much smarter to figure out a way to pay their customers to help each other and to help other people, because word of mouth is by far the best form of advertising there is. So they launched Team Beachbody in 2007. They actually launched in January, and that was the start of a whole new ball game. So they had new programs come out. Insanity was launched. Turbo Fire, Shakeology came out in 2009. That was huge for us. With Les Mills, they partnered up with them in 2010. We've had X2, Body Beast, Tai Chang, tons of programs. Beachbody is continually, working to make sure that they have the cutting edge workouts and new stuff and nutritional products like, Shakeology and the Ultimate Reset and Refresh. There's a whole new line of performance supplements coming out in a few weeks, which I'm super excited about. And one thing that is so very, very cool about Beachbody is that, and we talked about this before the call, Beachbody takes their time and they do things right. So this performance line coming out has been a long time coming, actually. And a lot of research has gone into this because they want to make sure that they give us the absolute best in nutrition and in fitness. And so the supplements they're coming out with, they're all like natural. They are free of anything that's artificial. There's no artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners. It's just natural, good stuff. Because there's a lot of companies out there that will, offer you things that can help you to lose weight or whatever else. And if you walk into even GNC and look on the shelves, most stuff in that store you shouldn't touch because it contains things in it that are actually very, very bad for your health. And so while you might look great or you might lose the weight, what you're doing internally is actually messing you up. And so Beachbody, the thing I love about Beachbody is they're very, very careful and they're very, very good about making sure that things are natural. And that's to me, that speaks volumes for the integrity of this company. Because of this, because of the marketing with Team Beachbody and the integrity and the idea that those of us who get results and create passion and help others, the revenue growth in this company has been tremendous. And it was kind of slow at first. I mean, I came in 2007 in July, and, it was slow going at first. And things, as you can see on this chart, I mean, we're kind of starting to hit that kind of that up ramp where it's starting to get exponentially growth and just getting just almost ridiculous. Number of coaches is growing as well. This is actually from last year. I think we're approaching 300,000 coaches now, close to it. That's huge. And again, we are just not even scratching the surface. Carlos said from the beginning his goal is to have over 1 million coaches, and we aren't even the third of the way there yet. So we have a lot of room to go. And, if you look around you, you realize that there's a lot of people who need help. And so the more of you who can get on board and help us help others, that's how we make a difference in this country. That's how we reverse this trend of obesity that's going on. And if you read the papers you or online, get news feeds, I saw an article last week that said that there's a new thing, which is that the number of obese people in this country is now greater than the number of people who are just overweight. So it's getting worse. And I think it's like 75% of males are either overweight or obese, which is just ridiculous. So there's a huge problem, and people need answers, and they need a solution. Well, so what makes us as a company unique? Why are we any different than anybody else? Well, Beachbody is the only company I know of that offers what I call a full package, meaning, there's a few things you need to have success when it comes to your fitness goals, your health goals. You need fitness, which is some sort of exercise program, and you have to exercise. You can't just do diets. In fact, research has shown that that a sedentary lifestyle is directly linked to both chronic disease and early death, regardless of whether you are thin or overweight or obese. It doesn't matter. If you're sedentary, you're at risk. So you have to have fitness. Well, you also have to have nutrition because that's really actually 80% of the battle. And so you have to have that aspect of it. And so every program we have comes with a nutrition plan, and we have Shakeology and other nutritional stuff that's just, again, world class. Well, on top of that, we have peer support. You get a coach. to work with you to help you to achieve your goals. And we put you in groups so you have that peer support to help you stay accountable and on track. And if you have all those pieces together, that's where you have the rewards. I don't know of any other company out there that really does it like we do. That's what makes Team Beachbody unique. Another thing that makes us unique is Shakeology. And, you know, before I started with Beachbody as a customer back in 2006, I think I tried so many different kind of shakes and protein powders and weight loss stuff and slim this and whatever that. And Shakeology, I can tell you, and you can look and do your own research, there is nothing out there that even comes close to what this stuff is, because this is not just a weight loss shake or a protein shake. This honestly is a world of nutrition all in one place. So, you know, if you look at this picture, I mean, there's all those ingredients, they're all in Shakeology, all of them. And they're all natural, they're all sourced from all around the world, from indigenous people who, you know, cultivate stuff naturally. It's all grown organically. In fact, the sausage plant we use, or farmer we use, they even use hand tools. That's how like old school they are. So this is Shakeology is just it is the healthiest meal of the day. It's nature bag. And if you need more information on that, you can contact the coach who invited you. We have websites. There's plenty of videos out there. There's lots of research. In fact, my chiropractor in Memphis, who's a great good friend of ours and one of our diamond coaches, Dr. Bibb, researched Shakeology and every ingredient in it for an entire year and was convinced. So, you know, do your own research. Lots of flavors because we all have different tastes. So, you know, maybe you like chocolate. That's the most common by far. There's also vanilla and strawberry and greenberry. They're all great. And there's 2 vegan flavors for those of you who are vegan, or maybe you have issues with, you know, whey proteins. Again, lots of options there. So, you know, figure out which one you want and try it out. So Beachbody also has something for everyone. I went back up. There we go. Because here's the thing. We are not all the same. Everyone's different. Everybody's body is different. We all have different starting points. Some people come into this and they have, you know, they're already fit and they need an extreme program. They need like a X2 or Insanity Asylum. Or there's people come in and like my dad, and I had to start him off with the ultimate reset because he had to get his gut healed first. You know, there's people who have never worked out and they should do P90 first, whatever. We have something for everyone, whether it's workout programs, nutritional, exercise equipment, just whatever. Something to fit everyone's lifestyle and everyone's needs and everyone's goals. Because, again, we're all different. And, you know, the results are just there. I mean, you can look at this, and Beachbody's core purpose there at the bottom is to help people to achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. And these pictures are just proof that what we do works. And that's the joy of what we do, is we get to see, you know, these people see their lives changed. And it's just, one thing I love doing, looking at before and afters, is to look at the before pictures at their face and see how it changes and see how being healthy makes a difference, a huge, huge difference. And part of this, again, is we have this peer support. Team Beachbody coaches are some of the most amazing people I've ever met and had the privilege to hang out with. You know, the fact that, you know, we get to choose who we hang out with, and the fact that I get to be walking through, you know, a Whole Foods and meet Teresa, these are just amazing things. And again, we're amazing because we have this true and deep desire to help people. You know, this is not just about us. In fact, if you go to any of our conferences or you go to events or trips, what you hear over and over and over again, it's not about the money, although the money's there and the money's great. I mean, their coach is making 6 and 7 figures, but what you hear the stories, we talk about how we get to impact people's lives and how we get to change lives. So again, you're on here because you want to know what a coach is. So what is a coach? Well, first of all, what is a coach not? Okay. As a coach, you do not have to be an expert in nutrition or fitness. Now, you can be. There are those of us who are, trainers, those of us who are dietitians or whatever else. We exist, but you don't have to be a coach. You don't even have to be at your goals already with your fitness and nutrition. You could be just starting out. You could be on your way, whatever. You don't have to be somebody who's experienced in sales. In fact, it's probably better that you're not. What a coach is, or what a coach should be, is you just are someone who shares how someone can change their life and help them achieve their goals. It's just, you're sharing. You're helping people. You learn who they are and help them. You're committed to being proof that these products work, which means you're working it out with one of our programs, you're drinking Shakeology, and you're following meal plan. Obviously, if you're going to be hopefully, whatever business you're in, if you're trying to, if you're in sales, whatever else, hopefully you believe what you're doing. So as a coach, you should be committed to using this stuff and knowing that it works. Because if it doesn't work, then obviously you wouldn't want to be a coach, right? But it does, and we have the proof. And as a coach, you should always be working to improve yourself and develop yourself and to push yourself to be the absolute best version of yourself you can. That's something we do daily, is work on improving ourselves and being the best version of ourselves we can be. And we help you with that. So as a coach, what's a day in our life look like? Well, as a coach, you can kind of set your own hours, which is nice. So if you're brand new, like when we first started off as coaches, we start off part-time, very, very, very part-time. In fact, jobs are great. They pay bills, right? We have bills. We have to pay, mortgage or rent. We have cars. We have to drive. We need gas. You got to pay those bills, and a job helps with that. But if you can, as Jim Rohn says, begin to work on your fortune part-time while you're at your job full-time, that's a great thing. And so, again, when Tracy and I started this business, we were both working to death. Opposite shifts, had zero time to build, and we still were able to, in 2.5 years, transition to where we were both full-time coaches. You can build online or in person. Everyone's different. You can do both. We like to build locally. I met Teresa locally. We're learning how to build online. It depends on your personality and what you want to do. And you can build by recruiting a team of coaches to help you, or you can just talk to people yourself and just, share the products and just do that. But you want to share your passion and you want to attract people to you. And if you want to be successful as a coach, then you bring a level of commitment and discipline to your business, which means no matter how much time you have, if it's, if you're full-time, you could do 40 hours a week, or if you're part-time and you can only do 5 hours a week, whatever time you have allotted, in that time, you're committed to building the business so that you can have the freedom that you want, the freedom that comes through that. So there's lots of rewards if you do those things, if you commit and you follow the plan. Of course, there's commissions. We get paid. Again, that's nice. You get bonuses for team growth as you find people who want to do what you do and they want to help others as well. That grows. That's huge. We have great trips. I mentioned earlier we took our kids last year on the cruise with us. And there's a picture of the cruise down there. Lots of recognition. That's kind of cool for those of us who like that. And we do lots of learning. We learn about our product. We learn about our business. We learn how to share this with others. Lots of things for you to do. Beachbody also has an amazing support system. The tools you have available to you at your fingertips in your online office are just amazing. In fact, you come in as a coach and have no support from anybody else, and you would be fine. There's coaches who've done that. There's lots of communication. We have a weekly call every Monday. There's emails. There's a monthly newsletter. There's a coach FAQs in the back office. There's YouTube channels, Facebook pages, whatever. There's a ton of support out there, tools to help you succeed as a coach. And of course, if you're on this webinar and part of our team, you have us to help you as well. We are committed to help you achieve your goals. So what are your options here? Well, if you're on this webinar, you kind of have two options. The first one is, maybe you're saying to yourself, hey, I'm really ready to join your team and I want to help others, help them achieve their goals with their fitness and their health and their finances, and you'll come in as a coach. Or maybe you're coming in thinking, you know what, I really just want to start out first as a customer, and I'm ready to join a challenge group, and I want to achieve my own goals first. I want to, with my health and fitness, and go from there. And people come in both ways. It really is totally up to you. So as a coach, the ways you come in are, first, you can do a challenge pack, which is what we recommend everyone does, because as a rule on our team, if you come in as a coach, you need to be doing the programs. We're going to put you in a challenge group to help you get results and help you improve your fitness and your health. That's your first goal. So for us, this is kind of non-negotiable. You need to have a fitness program, and you need to have Shakeology, and you need to be on nutrition plans. This also gives you access to your first month free in the club, which gets you access to the on-demand library of programs, so you can try out other programs for free, which is really cool. The second way you can come in as a coach is if you already have a program, like say you ordered PNX off the infomercial, years ago or whatever. You have that, you just want to get Shakeology on demand, you can do that, and you'll pay an enrollment fee as well. But honestly, with challenge packs, for the same price as Shakeology plus your enrollment fee, you have a challenge pack. So that's kind of to me, that's just a smarter investment. Going forward, after your first month as a coach, every month you have a business service fee. It's $16 a month pretty much, and it covers all kind of stuff. Part of what it covers is the media promotion and brand awareness that Beachbody gives us. Beachbody spends hundreds of millions of dollars every year on ads, on TV, in print, on your Xbox One, whatever. You get two websites, actually three websites. You have one that's just a coach website, which has they can come in, they can join your as a customer, they can become a coach, they can shop. You have one that's just for Shakeology, and you have one just for the reset. You also have an online office with all kinds of tools. You have Beachbody takes care of all the warehousing for you. So as a coach, you don't have to have this stuff on hand. Beachbody has a warehouse. They have a lot of products. So when somebody goes to your website and they order a program or a challenge pack, Beachbody handles the warehousing, the shipping, the billing, the customer support, the tech support, everything. You get all of that for just $15.95 a month. That's an amazing deal. So basically, that's your overhead to have your own business and be a business owner. As a customer, it's the same options pretty much, either challenge pack or Shakeology or fitness program. So here's the thing. In the next 24 hours, whoever invited you to this webinar is going to ask you, what did you like the most about this presentation? What did you like the most about what you saw? Maybe they're going to ask you, does Team Beachbody feel like a fit that could help you to achieve your goals? And then which option appeals to you more, coach or customer? I can tell you from my experience that this business for us has been an absolute huge blessing. And being in business for yourself like this is the only way I know of or can see for average people like you and me to get ahead of the game and have control of our lives and to have the level of freedom that we desire. The question we have to all ask ourselves is what you're doing right now going to get you to where you want to be? Is it going to help you to reach your goals? If not, what are you going to do about that? So think about this. What can becoming a coach do for me? Who can I help? Who can you help? Who do you know in your life who wants to lose weight, who wants to feel better, who wants more energy, who wants to have freedom financially? And then, what are your goals and what are your dreams? What is it you want from life? Again, is what you're doing right now going to get you there? Again, do you want to do the exact same thing you're doing right now and continue to get the same results? Or do you want to step out of your comfort zone and make things happen? Because you can choose to either live life by default, which means you just kind of roll with the punches and things happen as they happen, or do you want to live life by design and figure out what it is you want and then learn how to go get it? Because you can do that. You absolutely can do that. And one of the things that we've learned is, I'm reading a new book, and he said, if you buy somebody's opinion, then you've bought their lifestyle. Did you catch that? If you buy someone's opinion, you've bought their lifestyle. So if there's a certain kind of lifestyle that you want and you see somebody who has it, then you should listen to their opinion. But if somebody's trying to give you their opinion and their lifestyle is not one that you aspire to, then, maybe their advice isn't best for what you want. Find somebody who has what you want in life and find out what they did and do it, and you'll get what they got. So what can you expect from our team? Well, again, we are committed to helping you reach your goals. We have so much fun on this team. In fact, you can see the pictures there. Both those are from different summits, and it is a lot of fun. But we also give you training as a brand new coach to help you get your business off the ground and get started right. We do team calls. We do webinars. We do monthly team challenges. As a new coach or a new customer, either one, you will get involved in one of our challenges and begin to help you reach your fitness goals. We do team building events, leadership training. We have a Facebook team page we will have you all engage on. And we also do recognition and accountability for each other. We support each other and love each other and are committed to helping each other reach these goals together, because we are much stronger together as a team than we are apart. And we are looking for people like you who are ready to step up and make a difference, not in just in your own life, but also make a difference in the world around you, to leave a legacy. And again, to help us on our mission to help people to achieve their goals and to enjoy a healthy and fulfilling life. So that's our presentation. And let me get back to our thing. And does anybody if you have a question, you can go over to the chat panel and type a question in. Does anybody have a question they want to ask? And I see no one typing. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight for our webinar. Thank you, Teresa, for I have a question. Is it okay to be a coach just for the discount? Absolutely. Which I didn't mention, did I? So as a coach, you get a 25% discount off of any product you order. So Shakeology, retail price of that is $129. As a coach, is like 90 something. So that's a huge savings. Yes, we have lots of coaches who are just coaching for the discount. My mom is one of them. Yeah, one of many. So yes, if all you want is a discount, fine. The important thing is you reach your goals, whatever those are. And so if you will come in as a coach and just do kind of basically be a customer with a discount, fine. Again, this is whatever you want this to be. So you decide that. Anybody else have a question? All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of the night, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care.